Alrighty, hey guys. Well, um, recently decided to go to Goodwill recently, and either that was a great idea or a mistake. I really have no idea. But sorry, my voice is going here a little bit. Doing videos back to back. So yeah, time for another epic haul. I don't think I haven't done one of these. I think it's been at least a couple of years since the last time I did this huge haul of DVDs. I think it's DVDs. Might be a couple of Blu-rays in there if I remember right. DVDs, Blu-rays, and some video games. So yeah, let's just dive right into it. So the first one I picked up is Suspiria, which I'm not sure if I've seen this film or not, but it looks. I might have like a different release of this somewhere. I might. It looks familiar, but yep, finally got it on DVD. So really cool. That is a THX certified digitally mastered DVD, which is always good to see because you usually know that it won't be cheap quality. So it'll be really good to see that. Also picked up some PC games. I picked up Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I also picked up Modern Warfare 3 and Mass Effect 2, which all these I actually have on 360, don't I? Yes, I do have these all on 360. But I figured I'd pick up the PC versions. Sorry, guys. I had a long day today, went to work today and everything. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking these out on PC. Just to have the PC experience of it too, not just the typical game console experience. This was cool. I picked up Dawn of the Dead and Land of the Dead double feature collection. Pretty cool. I already own Dawn of the Dead on Blu-ray. I don't know if I own Land of the Dead. I don't think I do. That's the main reason why I bought it. But I also thought, that's kind of cool. Have it as a collector's piece. Also picked up. Oh, I forgot. I picked up some soundtracks recently. I picked up SpongeBob SquarePants, the motion picture soundtrack. I actually saw this in theaters for my birthday many years ago. At this point, when was this? 2004. So 16 years ago. Believe it or not, crazy. Didn't even think that. Oh my god. But I always have a soft spot for SpongeBob. Also picked up the Fantastic Four soundtrack CD, which is cool. I don't know if I've actually seen any of the Fantastic Four films all the way through. I know I've seen bits and pieces of the original two that they did back in the mid 2000s. And then I did buy, I was one of those, I should have listened to my friends. I did buy the new, reboot or whatever you want to call it for the Fantastic Four. And it was so unwatchable. Like, my friend said it was garbage, and I'm like, oh, come on, it can't be that bad. And I'm like, wow, I remember for it being an action, superhero movie, like, I'm not even sure if I finished it all the way through, but I think it was like 95% of the film was like no action, it was all just talking. And I'm like, wow, this is really dull and boring. So my friends were right. I think I still own it on Blu-ray. I think I own like the Target exclusive like digibook or something. And I think I still keep it around just as a reminder saying, you should have listened to your friends, and this is going to be your torture as a reminder to have this in your collection. Well, anyway, continuing on, I do know I own this in my collection. I don't know if I own the Blu-ray or the DVD, but I do know whatever version I do own, I'm missing the slipcover. So I picked up the DVD version with the slipcover. Ratatouille! Love Ratatouille. I actually didn't watch this right away. I think I watched this for the first time maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and I really enjoyed it. I think it was sooner than that. Maybe about 7 or 8 years ago I saw this. But I know I didn't see it in theaters. I think this came out, 2009? 2008. Okay. But I love this film. I always tell all my friends this all the time, because I'm in college and stuff. I'm like, every time I watch Ratatouille, it just makes me want to take up culinary arts. But then I know I really don't want to. But yeah, great film. I love Ratatouille. It's fun. I picked this up because I'm just a sucker for owning every different edition of the X-Men films, because more in this case just for package art. The X-Men collection, which I think only has the first two X-Men films in it, if I remember right when I saw this the other day. Yes. So anyway, I have so many different versions of the first. I think it's definitely the first film for sure. Um, in fact, I'm not even sure if I own them on Blu-ray yet. I might own them on Blu-ray, but it's a 4-disc set. It's 2 discs per each. It's basically, I think it was, if you bought like the 2-disc set for each 1 and 2, that's basically the exact same content that's on this. Because the first 2 discs are for the first film, and the discs 3 and 4 are just the main feature and the bonus material for the second X-Men. Yeah, I'm a sucker for having all different types of basically packaging material for these films. I think the other one that's pretty big is like the oh, what's the game horror movie? Oh, the Saw movies. There's like so many stupid variations of the art, like and like the disc the disc content. The discs are all the same on the inside. It's just that you can buy different variations of the packaging and the art cover. It's funny. Anyway, I have the same problem with X-Men. I buy, if I find a different edition that I know I don't own yet, I pick it up, especially when it's $5. I figure, what the hell? Why not? I don't know. Do I really need it? No, but I just do it anyway. I also picked up, I think it's Amelia, something like that. A really crazy font. I think I might have picked this up because I noticed. I think I have an edition that looks like this without the slipcover. I really don't know, but hey, it was nominated for 5 Academy Awards, so I figured I'll check that out. But I did check on my archives, because I keep everything archived, and I have an app that I can look on my app to make sure I don't buy the film twice. And this wasn't listed. Maybe I picked it up before and either forgot to archive it, or maybe I picked it up and I never bought it. I don't know. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in checking it out. And eventually, I definitely picked it up just for the cool cover art too. Anyway, this was cool. This, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I'm definitely picking this up. And that is Star Trek Generations, the Special Collector's Edition, which is the big, thicker case, DVD case. I forgot. There might have been some fancy name for these. Still brand new, factory sealed, never been opened. I have all the original cast Star Trek movies in this packaging, but I didn't have the Generation films. I had the Generation movies, the next generation movies, in it's like a slim pack, and they have like the first 3 or 4 films of whatever. What was it? Generations, First Contact, and Nemesis, and there might have been one other one that I'm not thinking of. Anyway, I can't remember if it was 3 or 4. Anyway, I wanted to pick the Generations, the next generation films in this edition eventually. So I found one, so I'm like, cool. So I should pick up the other ones eventually. I'll pick them up off eBay eventually just to complete the collection, especially now that I found this one. But yeah, for $3, can't beat it. I know I'll pay that price just to, have it shipped to my house. So why not? Also picked this up. I was a huge fan of the original TV show. I think they did a reboot of it years ago, a couple years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. But anyway, I remember watching the original Cartoon Network series, and that's for Ben 10. And I'm not sure where this lies or falls in 2009. This could have been part of the series that I watched. I do know they did like another reboot of it, kind of like Teen Titans. They did a whole different. It's like the same, similar. It's like It's just the art style changed. Obviously, different writers, I think, too, at this point. I know for Teen Titans, I think it's the exact same actors, but definitely, different art style. Just, I know some people like it, some people don't. I think Ben 10 ran into that as well. I think they did the original series they did in the mid 2000s, and then I think now or in later, in the teens of the 10,000 teens, they did another like spin-off series or reboot of the series. But anyway, I picked it up because it's a really cool lenticular slipcover. And I figured, I'll check it out. But honestly, I'm trying to remember any bit of the show. I remember he had like the watch on his hand that he could change to different. It was like maybe like 10 creatures or something like that. Well, that makes sense, Ben 10. But yeah, definitely looking forward to checking that out eventually. Also picked up Tarzan The Magnificent from the Warner Archives collection. And I've actually never seen. This is from the 40s, isn't it? I've never actually seen any of the live action Tarzan movies. It doesn't say. But I have a feeling this is from probably like the 40s or something. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking it out because I've always been a huge Tarzan fan since I've seen the Disney movies years ago. Wish you would tell me what the date is. I know they did a whole bunch of like movie serials. Oh, it's from 1960. 1960. Okay. So this is from the 60s. Cool. I think they did like a whole serial series, I think during the 40s. And then I think in the 50s and 60s they did more films of it. I don't know. Anyway, I also picked up Malibu Shark Attack, which I think is one of those. You can tell it's one of those stupid, spin-off rip-offs of Jaws. But hey, they're cool to watch. They're fun. They're popcorn flicks. They're really, really rough B movies. But they're fun to watch, and I'll check it out eventually with my buddies. Cool way to have your friends over and watch a stupid film you just laugh about. Really. Although I really enjoyed The Meg with Jason Statham. Oh, that was so good. That was a really good movie. Also picked up Deep Star 6. This looks awesome. I might watch this tonight. So not all aliens come from space. I feel like this reminds me of Sphere, the Michael Crichton. I remember I read the book, and then I watched the feature film, which starred. I know Samuel L. Jackson was in it. I can't remember if anybody else was in it. For big name wise. But I do remember being disappointed by the film because it came out in the 90s, and the 90s, I think part of it was the budget for the film was very small. It wasn't a big budget film, and I remember in the novel Sphere, there was a whole bunch of like really cool action scenes in the novel, and then when you saw it on the big screen, it's like you could tell they either cut them out or just wrote around them, and it's like, oh my god. But this kind of reminds me of Sphere, so I don't know how. I doubt they're. I'm sure they're completely different films, but yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this out. So, it even includes both the 4x5 and 16:9. Cool. So you get both the full screen and widescreen edition on here. That's really cool. If I didn't see it there, I wouldn't have picked it up, but for $4, maybe I paid too much. I don't know. I picked up The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor on Blu-ray. When this first came out, I liked it. I didn't mind it. And then I rewatched it a few years ago with the other two Mummy films, and I think I fell asleep halfway through it. It was just, oh, it was bad. It was really bad. I don't remember it being that bad, but I was like, this is bad. This is like horrible. I loved the first two with Brandon Fraser. They were so good. And then Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, I was like, I could see where they're going with it, but I hate to say it, I feel like the third film should have been with the same mummy of the last two. I know they were trying to change it up. Jet Li's in this, right? Yeah, Jet Li's in it. But it's just like, I don't know. I'll have to rewatch it again. But I have the first Mummy on Blu-ray. I have the second one on DVD still, and then I had this one on DVD. And I know you can pick up the 4K edition for like, I think it's like 30 or 40 bucks on Amazon. I think I was on sale for like 30 bucks recently off Amazon. I thought about upgrading to the 4K with the, I think it comes with the regular Blu-rays as well. But I figured, hey, you know what? I'm not jumping on it yet. I definitely would like the first two on 4K eventually. Especially at least get a Blu-ray edition of all of them. But I picked this up because I figured, hey, you know what? For $3, $4, maybe I paid too much, but it is what it is. Eventually, I'll rewatch it again and see if it's actually watchable. I don't know. I know I watched it like 2 or 3 years ago, and I was like, it's bad. And then finally, I picked up Scrooge with Albert Finney, and I'm a sucker for anything, Christmas Carol, Scrooge, whatever you want to call it. I'm a huge fan of the Alistair Sims one. I also really love the George C. Scott remake they did in the 80s. I think in the 90s they did one with Patrick Stewart. Jim Carrey did the one, the Disney animated one. I think it was like 2008, 2009 when he did that. There's like, I'm sure there's like at least a dozen, if not maybe like 20 films about Scrooge at this point. But I'm trying to collect all of them. So this is another version I'm missing in the collection. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to watch this during the holiday season this year. So, looking forward to it. I mean, it's all the same plot. This came out in 1970. So, I'm looking forward to checking it out. So, but, same thing as all the other, Christmas Carol films. They're all the same thing. Usually, I know I always watch the Alistair Sim one every year. I always watch the George C. Scott one every year. I think those are the two I always go for. And then I'll watch one of the other spin-off, other variation version, if I watch the Patrick Stewart one or, I know they did a Scrooge McDuck one, I think in the 80s with Mickey Mouse or whatever. I do have that one. Mickey's Christmas Carol. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Where they had Scrooge McDuck in it. So, but yeah, there's so many different variations. I know there's one I think from the 40s in black and white you can watch, and I just know there's so many different more variations, and I know they're gonna still make them. I'm sure there's other ones that were on like Hallmark or something I haven't seen yet that all are based off a Christmas Carol. So, but yeah, that's cool. Well, anyway, before I say goodbye, I need a drink. This is killing my voice. Okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed the update. Pretty hefty update, I think. Yeah, I bought all those from Goodwill. So, yeah, I haven't picked up a haul like that in a while. So I figured, hey, I'll spoil myself. Why not? And I can't complain. I really enjoy having all these films in the collection. And maybe the only one I will probably regret buying is probably The Mummy. So the other ones I'm definitely looking forward to checking out, or just having the collection just for collecting purposes. But yeah. Well, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a like. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm definitely looking forward to having more subscribers to my channel. And please check out my Facebook page and Instagram, especially if you want to keep up to date. My Instagram page, that's where it's at. I post there daily, if not weekly. So, well, guys, thank you for watching, and until the next video, see you guys next time. Bye.